Kreeper. It is cold and windy. How the heck are you, crazy creeps? We're going into Biglots. We're doing a little Valentine creeping. Stay tuned. All right, they got about one shelf, and I've noticed they've incorporated the little gnome guy now into Valentine's Day. A bunch of little. Whoa. Oh my God. Britney Spears llama. Oh, look who they have. Snoopy. Oh, he's so cute. Gotta love Snoop. They had some big old teddy bears down here too. Look at these guys. Love the gnome you're with. Oh wow, look at this. Holy smokes. Is that for real? That is for real. That is one big box of chocolates. Holy smokes. Look at that. 72.
Oh my God.
I've seen the big Reese's. But
20 bucks.
Will you get my picture with it?
Not bad.
Will you get my picture with it?
Okay.
They've incorporated the little camo Dave gnome guy. Okay. Oh, look at the little Snoopy cups too. These are cool. Alright, I was wrong. They have a whole nother shelf of all kinds of goodies. And I also saw these, sweethearts, which was my favorite, like those little chalky hearts you would get Valentine's Day. They've got it in like a chapstick or like a little lip balm. They're always funny. I always like seeing what they have written on them every year. One of my favorite Valentine's candies. Look at this cute little cupcake guy. I think that's like a little dog toy. But yeah, we got all kinds of little Valentine's goodies. We got some, oh, what is this? Oh, mothers. These are great. Limited edition batch puppy love. Oh yeah, here we go. These are what I was talking about, the actual sweethearts. And then we also got some cherry junior mints. They definitely have an interesting DVD selection at Biglots. I always like looking through all the different DVDs. Sometimes they have some Blu-rays. Oh, look at this. We got Futurama Volume 2 and also the Flintstones there behind it. $7.99. Yeah, if I start going down the rabbit hole with the Futurama stuff, I may never stop. And all kinds of little... Oh, look at this. We got Gumby. The 1980 series Gumby. That's cool. Peanut shirt, too. I like that. I've noticed that Biglots does do a lot of peanut stuff. Definitely always like creeping over to the reduced to move clearance rack or aisle. Got some old stuff from Christmas still, a little stock pot, crock pot, some games, looks like someone used half of that chocolate bomb, and just kind of some more clearance items. Not really much, just a few Christmas little goodies still. What is this? Some sort of baseball game. Yeah, not much this time. I always like coming here and looking. What'd you get?
This.
Oh, okay.
OxyClean. But I'm gonna
It's kind of stinky out here.
I'm gonna do this. Put this in your mouth.
You clean me out.
You cussing?
I don't swear. Did I cuss in there?
No.
Oh.
Better not.
Biglots. All right. Next stop for the day. Right here next to this pipe and Tabasco, or tobacco, not Tabasco, is this building here, 1480. Looks like it's now for lease, but for years this was the home to Radio Shack. That's right, you guys remember Radio Shack. In fact, that's the original sign that would have been used as well. That same like boxy style, a lot of them had that just kind of generic one with the big pole there. But yeah, this was the home to the Radio Shack, which, during the holidays was always huge. I remember seeing their commercials tons of times, and I actually remember frequenting this one quite often. They were like one of the very first
you know, electronic companies that featured cell phones. You could actually come here and get a plan. If I remember, it was quite ridiculous back then as well. But yeah, Radio Shack, their company started off by two brothers. I'll give you guys some more info. I want to just kind of look around, and as we're looking around, I'll fill you guys in on the company's history. But yeah, this was it right here. I actually remember seeing the sign up top here. If you guys remember, their sign was that like weird kind of like almost archaic style, arcade, like nickel arcade style font. There's actually a font used for, a name for it. I just can't think of it at the moment. I actually found some pictures from right about back there showing more. Let's see if we can peek the camera in just for a second and see if, oh yeah, it's pretty much just totally vacant. And kind of see back where maybe the display wall was. This was also used for a cell phone store for just a few years, but most of its, you know, time and major sales is when it was the Radio Shack. As you can see, completely abandoned. A couple things on the ground there, plug-ins rather, where you would have been able to have, you know, any kind of electronic store. I think that's what those are, and be able to plug things in. But yeah, started by two brothers, and they got the name from an actual shack used by the Army, the Navy, for their control system for all their radios and everything. They actually called it a Radio Shack. They thought that would be a great name. And if you guys remember, they were really famous for many years releasing the first little like radio. I think it was one of their best sellers. Teamed up with a company by the name of Realistic, but at one point Radio Shack had their name on all of electronics. I mean, they were like the leader of electronics. I remember actually having the very first, you know, sophisticated for the time, like 1989, 1990 calculator by them. And if you look closely at most of their electronics, it was all, you know, had their stamp on it. They actually, hey guys, they actually teamed up with, that was funny, you know, like, hey Kreeper. They actually teamed up with a few companies over the years. The Realistic radio, which my brother has, that I think my dad actually purchased at this location way back in the day, that still works. So they were known to have some of the, you know, for their time, the best electronics and equipment and technology and stuff. But yeah, Radio Shack. And I actually found some old commercials as well online. You can go down the rabbit hole on YouTube and find most of those old-timey commercials. But they offered the very first PC computer that you could build, and years later would also offer something that other companies now do, like Best Buy and other electronic companies. But they were the very first company to offer these style of stores that weren't inside the malls. A lot of you guys probably remember Radio Shack from being inside most of the malls that you would go to, but then they started offering the in-store product fixing, and you could go in, talk to somebody, and it was like a more personable experience as opposed to, you know, just the quick ones at the mall that didn't have as much to offer as the bigger stores that were just kind of into, you know, by themselves, with not the other stores that you would see like in a mall. So pretty darn cool, and kind of unfortunate that, you know, they went out of business. I really liked going into Radio Shack, and like I said, a lot of these were the reasonings behind, I can't talk right now, I'm kind of tongue-tied. A lot of these were the inspirations for, you know, some of the stores that you see now. But if you look closely too, this is now red up top here on all the like roof line throughout the whole complex here. But if you actually look at the sign, it's still got that old school blue from when it was the Radio Shack. So we'll see. Nothing here yet up for lease. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go walk over here now because the other picture that I found was right around, I think it was like right around the middle of the parking lot, pretty much like, would have been like right about, give or take, probably like right around here. You would have seen the big Radio Shack sign. There was some parking up front here, or some folks parked up front. But yeah, there you have it, Radio Shack. I'll also give you guys a little bit more info here as we just kind of film the vlog, because I'm not sure what's going to go in here. I just want to document it. A lot of these stores that have come and gone actually over here on the other side haven't really made it as well, so who knows what'll happen.
That's gonna do it for today. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That'll dial you into being a creeper. You can also ring that bell down below. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. And if you did enjoy this particular episode, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I do appreciate you guys for always tuning in and creeping with. Till next time, Creeper out for now.